Okay, listen, if you are not patient enough to finish watching this video from start to finish, I hate to say it, but that's a really small indicator that you might not ever have what it takes to make $100,000 as a copywriter. But what if you could? What if you could make $100,000 copywriting and it only took you 2 hours per day? Would you do it? What if that required that you stuck to that for 3 years? Would you still do it? Would it be worth it for you? $100,000 in exchange for 2 hours per day for 3 years. Let me know. Because the whole point of this video is for me to convince you that if you spend 2 hours per day working on your writing, there's a very good chance that after 3 years, you could have earned $100,000 as a copywriter. And I am dead serious. I see so many copywriting videos that talk about making $10,000 or $20,000 per month within your first year. And while those types of claims are not impossible, my gut honestly tells me that not many people will ever achieve that. But my gut also tells me that if people are true to themselves, watch this video and follow what I'm about to share with you, it's very likely that you could get to $100,000 as a copywriter if you commit 2 hours per day for 3 years. So if that's a worthwhile trade-off for you, to get to $100,000, keep watching. Let's finish this video and let's get you there. Okay, so 2 hours per day for 3 years works out to be 2,190 hours. Sounds like a lot. But if you break that down to a daily level, 2 hours per day, most of you are probably already burning 2 hours per day on social media or playing video games. So don't try to tell me that it's too big of a time commitment for you. Okay, so what do you use those 2 hours per day to do over that 3-year period? Well, it really depends and it might change over time, but I'm gonna give you some guidance, especially if you're a beginner copywriter, that you can follow literally piece by piece to help you get there. So if this circle on the screen represents the full 2 hours we have per day, right off the bat, I'm gonna split it in half. 60 minutes every day for 3 years will be spent on actually writing stuff. And don't worry if you don't know what to write. Go check out my practical copywriting course for beginners. It's free on YouTube. There are a whole bunch of writing exercises that you can use from that video to fill that 60 minutes every day. Or check out my writing prompts book on Amazon. This one's about email copywriting prompts. I'm going to be putting out more of these. These will help you out too. Both of these things, my online course on YouTube and this book, show you simple, easy to do writing exercises or writing prompts that you can use to practice your writing for an hour a day on a daily basis. So of the remaining 60 minutes per day, we're gonna split that 60 minutes in half. We're gonna do 30 minutes of reading and 30 minutes of studying. So starting with the studying portion, mix that up. There are a ton of different free resources available to you on YouTube to help you study. Obviously, this channel, my channel, I have a whole copywriting tips playlist that you can really sink your teeth in. There's got to be like 100 hours of video in there. Also, Coursera and Skillshare, great low-cost options to get some really high-quality sales and writing courses. And actually, one in particular that I've talked about recently is the Salesforce Sales Development Representative Training course on Coursera. It's a certification course you can take on there. I'll link to that one in the description because that one will really help if you're going down the path of becoming a copywriter. There are also a bunch of different books that I would recommend that'll help expand your mind around this whole copywriting journey you're going to embark on. Here are a couple that I own for you to get started with. The first, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. The Challenger Sale by Matthew Dixon. Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. Of course, one of my favorites, On Writing by Stephen King. Highly recommend this guy. And of course, my email copywriting prompts book for beginners that I just released a couple weeks ago. I'll make sure to put Amazon links to all of these books in the description of this video. Check them out. You don't have to get all of them or all of them all at once. They are just great books to wrap your head around if you're going down the path of becoming a copywriter. And you're probably noticing that they're not all copywriting books or even books about writing. These are books that'll help you go deeper into sales, psychology, marketing, persuasion, and writing that'll help you become a more well-rounded and better copywriter. I highly recommend all of these and more. Reading is a good thing, and there are a ton of books that can help you with that. Now, for the 30 minutes of reading time that you're going to be spending every day, you can read literally anything. I just want you to get into the habit of reading. Literally anything you enjoy reading. I firmly believe that to be a great writer, whether that be a copywriter, a novelist, someone who writes autobiographies, whatever, if you expect to make money from your writing or just to become a really great writer, you can't do that if you're not a regular reader. You need to adopt one in order to succeed at the other. It'll do things like help expand your vocabulary. It'll present different writing styles and frameworks to you that you might not have otherwise been able to figure out on your own. And it's honestly just enjoyable. It's a good time. Just do it. 30 minutes a day of reading. So yeah, not rocket science, right? I strongly believe that if you do the things I listed out in this video, 2 hours per day for 3 years, you have a very good chance of getting yourself to the point of having made $100,000 as a copywriter. And as many of you probably know, I'm not a big fan of crash courses that promise instant, massive, unbelievable results. But I think that the plan I laid out in this video is a sound plan that anybody serious about copywriting can actually go after with a realistic chance of success. Now go do your thing and hit me up in the comments if you have any questions, or if you just want to share a writing sample that you've kind of come up with along the way in your journey. I'm sure some people in the chat and the comments here would love to see what you're up to. Anyways, that's it. Cheers, guys.